basically when you walk out of the elevators, this is what you're going to see at first. So let me take you on a disorganized tour. Okay. Oh, there's Nicole, teacher. She's wonderful. Say hi. That's a weird way of waving. There you go. Much better. Okay. So let's take a left. On the 3rd floor, this is the boys' bathroom. Here is our ice cream machine and slushy machine. In the afternoon for our elementary school students, the students can earn these, I don't know, basically tokens. If you're familiar with token economies, the tokens are called merit cards, and they earn them for good behavior. And at certain times throughout the day, in the afternoon, these elementary school students can exchange 15 merit cards for either slushy or an ice cream, depending on whichever machine is turned on that particular day. And occasionally, they'll turn them on in the morning just as like an extra treat for the kindergartners, but that's not very common. This will be your partner teacher, Heidi. She's absolutely wonderful. She's not awkward at all. She's so nice. See, this is important to see her smiling, because when you first meet her, she's not going to smile. She's going to be very short with you. It's going to be very terrifying. But she's actually wonderful. That's just her way. Okay. This is the CCTV room. It basically is a way to allow parents to, like, observe your class. They'll occasionally come in, because we have CCTV cameras in the classroom just for, like, like, safety purposes, like, in case, I don't know, a kid gets hurt and we need to know why, etc., etc. But yeah, the parents, you'll occasionally see, like, a parent or a supervisor like myself in there, just kind of, like, seeing what's going on throughout the school. This is the reception desk. Here is where you can refill your markers. If you have a refillable marker, here's ink for them. In the afternoon, you can find these folders. They're basically attendance folders for the elementary school kids. There are also some on the 4th floor. If you have any, like, questions or concerns, I mean, the people at this desk are very helpful. In general, though, you won't be spending too much time in here. Alright, this is one of the girls' bathrooms. I'll show you the other one a little bit later. Yeah, alright, let's keep going. Da 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 da. Water machine, ice machine. They use little paper bags as cups here. It's incredibly frustrating, but you'll get used to it. This is our kitchen with our cooks. Every day you'll be eating lunch with the kids, and I think I said this in the interview we had, but the lunch is pretty bomb, actually. All fresh veggies, all very balanced. We have a nutritionist on staff. It's pretty great. Okay, let me show you the office. 1044. Okay. Our office is actually in kind of a nice state right now. Usually it's much more messy than this. This is Kate, teacher. She is your boss, and she's very nice, and she's not scary at all. Let's see, your desk will actually probably be here. I apologize, I'm a very disorganized, messy person, but they'll be sitting, typically all kindy teachers sit next to their partner teachers. So this is Heidi's chair, this will be your chair. Xerox machine, kind of like the whole office computer. We have an A3 printer, which basically can print out color pages of big pictures, so it's really helpful for flashcards and printing out schedules and stuff. That's the size of the paper I'm talking about, A3. Microwave fridge, so you can bring in stuff. Let's see. This is where we keep all of our afternoon elementary school textbooks. You can basically grab one, like whatever particular book and unit / chapter that you're on. You can probably find it here along with a teacher's edition, just to serve as a reference. A lot of times teachers end up sharing them, and you can make copies with the Xerox. It's not hard to track down your own personal books. Behind Kate, teacher, that's where we keep our Rainbow Bridge books. Alright, let's mosey on out of here. That's Heidi. She's having a parents meeting with one of our parents. Let's see. This is one of our ATs. Every class has an assistant teacher, an AT, who basically they're there just to help in case anything goes wrong. So they're basically like an assistant, but they're a lot more than that. I don't know. When you first get here, like new teachers especially, they give a lot of help too. And then as you become more accustomed to the routines and curriculum of the school, they kind of fade away and handle more duties like crafting, like getting snacks and lunch for the kids, etc., etc. Coffee machine, pretty good coffee. Another water machine. This is the other girls' bathroom. So again, just to remind you where we are, these are the elevators where we started the video. So boys' bathroom there, girls' bathroom here. Usually we bring their classes to the bathroom a couple times a day. And on the third floor, when after the kids are finished going to the bathroom, we'll either have them line up and sit down here, or maybe line up against the wall. It's kind of up to your discretion. Let's mosey around. We currently have 12 classes of kindergarten. There's Nicole teacher again. Oh, she's bashful. This is Panda's classroom. Is it still recording? Oh my god, it is. Good. Okay, so this is Panda's class. This is your 7-1 class, which means that they are 7 years old, which is kind of like 6-year-old because, the Korean aging system, you can wiki that. But yeah, they're 7-1s, which means that this is their first year learning English, so they can pretty much understand most things that you're saying in terms of like, do this, do that. In terms of like having a conversation with them, we have a couple kids in this class you'll meet who are like surprisingly good at English, considering they've only been here for 5.5 months. But yeah, it's interesting. It's yeah, just because their ability is so low compared to the class that you viewed earlier, Zeus class. They've been here 2 years. So yeah, here's Say to Mom again. It's a little bit simpler. What do you want? I want to go camping. I can explain some of this stuff now. Good points, again, kind of like a token economy system. Every time they earn 10 good points, they get to move up on the big good point board. And when they earn 100 good points, they get like a present. You can kind of get creative with it. For example, I personally go out and buy these like really cool like stickers that are filled with like water and little like sparkles in them, and the kids really like them. And I give them a sticker every time they earn 10 good points, just to make good points a little bit more reinforcing for them. Let's see. Here's a mat. Every classroom has a mat. And you are absolutely encouraged to spend at least a little bit of time on it each day, whether it's reviewing flashcards, playing games, or singing songs. Reading a storybook is big. If you ever read a storybook, doing it on the mat is definitely a good idea. This is our snack. We have it every day, with rare exception. It'll be at around 11:05. Okay, let's see. Every classroom has a projector, which is really helpful because, especially for kindergarten, all of our textbook pages are on the school server. So what you can do is you can hook your laptop up to the server, then to the projector, and then you can basically have the current page that you're working on with the classes displayed across the entire board, and then you can like edit it, and like it's a really helpful reference. which is what I was doing with my Zeus class earlier. As you can see, there was like a giant page. Really useful. Okay, let's go to the 4th floor. Da 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 da. It's like that moment when you realize you're as awkward as you think you are. You're even more awkward when you're recording a video instead of like talking to a person directly. That's how I feel right now. This is the 4th floor now. So this is the girls' bathroom, a boys' bathroom. Kids can use it. Like if there's a lot of like congestion in the normal kiddie bathroom, kids can use this one. But the most important thing is this is basically like the staff bathroom. Like if you need to like use a bathroom, you're encouraged to come up here. Okay. Da, 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 da. This is our library. You can bring the kids up here to read storybooks. And about once a week, I believe, once every 2 weeks, your kids come up here either with you or your partner teacher, who again is Heidi, and they can sign out books and return books. In terms of who does it and when, you can coordinate that with your partner teacher. Every class is different. But there's no reason why, if the library is empty, you can't just come up with your kids if you have free time and just pick any story and just read it or play games in here. It's kind of like a fun change of environment for the kids, and usually they find it very reinforcing. This also has a projector, and I occasionally decide to do just textbook work in here, just because the kids, again, it's a change of environment, so it's really reinforcing for them. So if I say, for example, at the start of class, oh, like if you're really good, we can do Rainbow Bridge. Again, that's our textbook. You can do Rainbow Bridge in the library. They're like, oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, so this is our library. It's really weird. I have to point this out and vent a little bit. We have like Stephen King books, and then like down below we have Hop on Pop. We have Requiem for a Dream. Like, it's I don't even know. Okay. Oh, Hunter S. Thompson. Please don't read Hunter S. Thompson to your students. Let me show you Zeus class. I think I showed you a little bit earlier. We have projector, and the lightning bolts over there are our good points. The Pegasus are our bigger good points. You can see it goes up to 100. Again, when they get to 100, they can earn a present. Basically, the way that works is that they tell the AT what present they want out of like a specific list of options, and the AT gives it to them. It's pretty much not handled by you at all. These are lunch helpers every day. For Zeus class, there's scheduled lunch helpers, and it's really reinforcing for them. So if you're in the butt, you can kind of say like, you know what, you hit someone today, so you're not going to be a lunch helper, and it's like a really good punishment for them. So it'll help kind of keep them reined in the future. For pandas, as of right now, I don't have lunch helpers. I'm not sure what Heidi does with them. But for me, with lunch, I just kind of just pick and choose based on who's ever like singing the nicest or whoever was best that day. It's not really that big of a deal. Yeah, every month you can make like a month decoration. I have the seasons all made, weather's all made, and every day you can kind of like go over like, what's the weather, what day is it, what's the month, what's the season, stuff like that. There's a sink in every classroom, which is really helpful. Like if kids drop their spoons on the floor during lunch, or if they're doing a messy activity, they can just wash their hands here. Here's our mat. Those are blocks. Every classroom, as far as I know, has some sort of Legos or blocks or toys that they can play with during free time or after lunch. Yeah. And I guess let's go to the gym and then the roof, and then this tour will be over. kids, so if you demonstrate any sort of authority, in the initial moments of, teaching them, because again, my kids will be your kids. If you demonstrate any sort of authority, they're going to fall in line real quick. So it shouldn't be a problem. This is PE class, and actually, these are actually our two classes, Pandas and Zeus, in PE. So I'll just show you the gym. So your role in PE is pretty much non-existent. The ATs will handle it. They will bring the kids up. They will bring them back down. The PE coach handles everything. As you could probably hear, it's all in Korean, so it's basically a free period for you. You will make up that period later on in the day after lunch. But it is pretty nice to have just like a surprise break in the morning. You are allowed to bring up your kids to the gym during off times, especially later in the week. They don't really have PE. PE is mainly on Monday and Tuesday. And there is a sign-out sheet for the library, the gym, the rooftop, which I'll show you. And so if you want to take your kids to the gym, like let's say you're headed Rainbow Bridge, or your kids are being really good, or you're hungover, which happens because it's Korea, you can look on the sign-out sheet and be like, let's go to the gym. And it's great because you're killing two birds with one stone, because your kids will lose their shit and will be so happy, and you kind of don't have to do any work. Is my boss around? No, yeah, it's a great system. Just make sure, your kids, if you bring them to the playground, that they're being really safe. They're not climbing under the trampoline. They're not climbing on the tubes and crap like that. And if they're playing in the gym, they're not running around in socks. Just like common sense stuff. Murphy's Law pretty much applies to kids, where it's like the worst thing that can happen will happen. Like, I don't know, I've just seen kids hurt themselves in just unimaginable ways. So being cautious in terms of safety is definitely encouraged. So this is the 5th floor. Again, that's our gym. That is like low-income housing. So like, when you bring your kids up here, make sure they're like lined up quietly. I always tell my kids that there's like old men sleeping, just because like you don't want to have to deal with like some random dude coming out and like yelling at your kids, and then you have to be like, go away. You know what I mean? So silence is encouraged. This is the 6th floor. Okay. You will be spending certainly less time here than on the 3rd and 4th floors. This is for Lyceum, and basically Lyceum is the middle school program. That's also like, the other half of SLP. Teachers that come in later in the day, this is pretty much their baby. There are also elementary school classes up here. So kindergarten teachers do teach up here sometimes. It just completely depends on your schedule. Let's head in. So you might have class up here again. As I said, you can also, this is the way you get to the rooftop. The key, so there's the front desk. The key will be hanging out like right here. You can get like dodgeballs or soccer balls in here. And let's go to the roof. The roof. Oh my god, it gets really humid in Korea, so I apologize, I'm constantly sighing. Okay, so this is our rooftop. As of like 6 months ago, we got a soccer field installed up here, so that's pretty cool. You can come up here and like read stories, or have lessons, or go over flashcards, or just play like you know, tag or soccer or dodgeball. We also very recently got a pool, which is kind of a logistical nightmare. But if you know, want to talk with your partner teacher and coordinate a time where, like a day where kids can bring an extra change of clothes and you can bring them up here to like have a water gun fight or just splash around, I mean, that's certainly possible. Yeah, and again, same thing as the gym and the library, there is a sign out sheet by the office computer in the kindergarten.